I am going to start mathematical programming subject. The code of the subject is CS546. It has been divided into 5 parts, unit 1 to 5. In the unit 1, we will discuss mathematical foundation. In this, basic set theory and function, sets, vector, sequence of subsequences, mapping function, continuous function, vector spaces, matrices, determinant. So most of the part has been already studied by you up to intermediate level and your graduation level. From the second part, linear programming will start. Linear programming definitions and the basic terminologies inside it, basic solutions of linear programs, fundamental properties of linear program, and different methods like simplex method and theory behind simplex method. Second is method of computation replacement operation, degeneracy in linear programming, chance. After that, the last part is perturbation method. In unit 3, duality in linear programming will be discussed, and inside it, canonical dual program, duality theorem, equivalent dual form, Lagrange multiplier and duality. It is very important topic. Duality in simplex method, bounded variable problem, transportation problem, assignment problem. In unit 4, nonlinear and dynamic programming will be discussed. Constraint and unconstrained optimization, Nutcracker optimality condition, quadratic programming, Holt method, Dangy method, Bailey method, Lemke complementary pivoting algorithm. And in the last unit, method of nonlinear programming, separable program, College cutting plane method, Jordic method of feasible direction, Rosen gradient projection method, Jangles convex simplex method, Danzig method, convex problem, Boole problem. Means we can see that it is like different kind of theorems are there in unit 5. Book which I am going to prefer is by S.M. Sinha, and because most part of your syllabus will be covered in S.M. Sinha only, mathematical programming theory and model, Elsewhere publication 2005. So the first topic is basic theory of set and operation. So I am going to start this topic because it is basic set theory operation and you have already studied. So I will be not going to be very deep. It will be like revising and refreshing the old concept only. So set theory, set theory. So first of all, what is set? Definition of set. Set is a collection of objects. We all know that set is a collection of any kind of object which are called as element. It can be real number, it can be integer. So there are so kind of set. So set is a collection of object. Set is a collection of object. Examples are set of real. Set of real. Set of integers. Okay, so these are the example of set. What are different operations on the set? Different operation on the set are union operation, intersection operation. These are the different operations on the set. So operations on set. So first operation is union. In the case of union operation, two sets, suppose A and B are the two sets. A and B are the two sets. And A union B will be defined as A union B will be defined as X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. It can be defined like this. Either X will be in A or X in B. In that case, we can say that it is the union operation. Second operation is intersection operation. These are the important operations. Intersection operation. In this case also, suppose A and B are the two sets and intersection operation is represented by this kind of sign. A intersection B equal to X such that X belongs to A and X belongs to B. That means in this case X belongs to A and B both. In that case we can say that it is the intersection operations. Now the next operation is difference operation. Next operation is difference operation. You already know these kind of operation. Difference is represented by A minus B. So if A minus B equal to the element X such that X belongs to A but X does not belongs to B. Okay, X belongs to A but X does not belongs to B. In that case A minus B will be calculated here. So these are the basic operations. There are so many definitions in this case and you already have studied, therefore I am not going into deep and taking example of all that. Now the next thing which I will discuss is vector. So what is vector? So vector X is an ordered and tuple real number. It is and tuple real number it is denoted by a capital letter, okay, and it is represented by a column. So it is an ordered and tuple. It is an ordered and tuple of real number. It is an ordered and tuple of real number. Suppose these are x1, x2, x3, dash dash up to xn. So a vector x will be represented, it will be represented by the capital letter only, and it is like a column vector. So all the x1 up to xn will be inside this column vector, x1, x2, x3 up to xn will be inside this column vector. So in this way we can say that x is a vector. It can be also represented by row vector, but that vector will be transpose of this vector. That means if we transpose x and it will be represented by xt, then in that case this column vector will be converted into row vector, and it will also be called as a vector. It will be also called as a vector because the transpose of a vector is a vector. So these are the vectors. Now the next thing is topological property of R. What are different topological properties? Properties of R. We know that R. What is R? R is the set of real number. It is the set of real number. So topological property in a set is a family of open set. What is open set? There are two kind of set. One is open set, one is closed set. If the maximum element of the set, if the maximum element of the set is inside the set, then it will be called as the closed set. Otherwise, if all the elements of the set are sum less than the one given number, one given range, then we can say that it is the closed set. So there are two kind of sets. So in this case, we are saying it is the open set. So a topology in a set omega is a family of open set, and omega is a closed under operation of arbitrary union and finite interset. So this is the topological property of R. So first topological property is neighborhood. What is neighborhood inside this topological property? So the first thing is neighborhood. Neighborhood. So for the given point x0 in R, for capital X0, capital X means a vector, and R is the family of vector, and real number epsilon which is greater than 0, the set neighborhood, the set neighborhood epsilon of x0. Neighborhood set will be defined as all the vector element such that the vector element will also be the element of R, here, and mod x minus x0 will be less than epsilon. So in that case we can say that x and x0 are neighborhood element. X and x0 are the neighborhood element in this case. Interior point and open set. Interior points and open set. What are different interior point and what is open set? A point X is said to be interior point of the set S if there exists an epsilon greater than 0 such that neighborhood is the subset of S. Neighborhood is subset of X. So the definition is a point X is said to be interior point of the set S belong to interior point of the set S is a subset of R if there exists an epsilon which is greater than 0 such that neighborhood epsilon of X is also a subset of S. So all those points which is inside the epsilon range will be termed as the interior point. Okay, so in this case we can say that if we can draw a circle, and here there is X element and this distance is epsilon. In that case all those points which is inside this range will be termed as the interior point. All these points are termed as interior point. All these points are the interior point. Point of closure and closure set. Now the next thing is point of closure and closure set. And closure set. So a point X is said to be point of closure of the set S belongs to R if for epsilon greater than 0 neighborhood and S intersection is not phi. So in this case suppose there is a point X and a point of closure of set S is subset of R. Suppose S is the subset of R and epsilon is greater than 0. So neighborhood epsilon of X with S should not be equal to phi. So in that case we can say that this is point of closure. This is a point of closure. So you can see that all the neighborhood set and all the subset this intersection should be having some common element in this case. So in that case we can say that it is closure of X. It is closure of the vector set S. So these are the basic properties which I am discussing at this moment of time. The next topic is what is sequences and subsequences. What is sequences and subsequences? And what is sequences and subsequences? So sequence in a set S is a function f from the set I of all positive integer into the set S. A sequence in a set S, its definition, a sequence in a set S is a function f from the set I of are positive integers into the set S. If fn equal to x, xn and xn belongs to S for n belongs to integer, we denote the sequence by x. Number n belongs to I, the set of positive integer. I is the set of positive integer. Positive integers. So it is the definition of sequence. In the same manner, the definition of subsequence can be written as subsequence. For any sequence nk, definition is for any sequence nk is a sequence of positive integer such that all the n are in increasing order, like n1 is less than n2, less than n3, so on and so forth. The sequence x of nk is called subsequence of x, and xn has been already explained above. the definition of sequence is already explained. Now, what is limit point? Limit point is like where a function is going to limit itself, where the function is going to finish itself, because in the case of sequence the number is growing, and upon growing it can convex to a certain point. So that point will be called as limit point. Let us see definition of the limit point. Suppose xn is a sequence. Suppose xn is a sequence in R. That means R is the set of sequences. So there is a point x bar which is also the element of x bar, which is also the element of Rn is said to be limit point, is said to be a limit point of the sequence xk for a given epsilon greater than 0. If there is a positive integer n, if there is a positive integer n such that x minus xn minus x bar is less than that positive integer epsilon for some n which is greater than or equal to the capital N. So this is the definition of limit point. Now, in the same manner, limit of a sequence can also be defined. Limit of a sequence. Suppose there are so many sequences x1, x2, x3 up to xn, there are so many sequences, and because these are the sequences, it will be the element of set of sequence Rn. So there will be a point, and suppose there will be a point x bar in Rn, and it is called as limit of sequence. X bar is called as limit. X bar is called a limit. So for a given epsilon, which is greater than 0, there will be a positive integer. There will be a positive integer n such that x minus x bar will be less than epsilon for all n greater than or equal to n, and we say that xn converges to, and we say that xn converges to xn. Xn converges to xn. So it can be represented also by an equation, and this equation can be written as xn converges to x bar as n tends to infinity, or in the form of limit it can also be written limit n tends to infinity. So in this way we can define what is limit of sequence. Now there is an important definition proposed by the Cauchy sequence, proposed by the mathematician Cauchy. So what is Cauchy sequence? Cauchy sequence is actually for the convergence, where and when a sequence will converge itself is defined, and a condition is given by the Cauchy. Cauchy sequence. So definition is that a sequence is xn. Suppose xn is the given sequence and it is the element of sequence Rn. It will be a Cauchy sequence if for a given will be a Cauchy sequence it will be a Cauchy sequence if for a given m and n greater than equal to n, and n is a positive integer, and n क्या है? n is a positive integer, n is a positive integer. So in that case we can write n as mod of xm minus xn. That means the limiting difference between xm and xn should be less than equal to upside. So we can say that a sequence Rn is Cauchy if this condition holds, and we can also say that a sequence in R converges if and only if it is a Cauchy sequence. It is a Cauchy sequence. So in this way we have studied some of the point of the set theory, and in the set theory first of all we have learned about what is set operation. There can be so many operations also, and because we already have studied up to intermediate level, therefore I have not gone to deep. What is vector? Vector will be represented like this. Either it will be a column vector or it will be a row vector, and different and different topological property of R has also been discussed here. It is Rn because it is the set of R. So the first property has been discussed as neighborhood. All the interior point and open set has been discussed here. What are the closure property and what are the closure set, sequences, subsequences, limiting point, limit of the sequence. These are the point which we have discussed here. So now the next topic is